welcoming you on behalf of the organizing committee in this international workshop on innovations driving effective growth of biogas sector. So first of all, I would like to welcome Mr. Ranjit Padmasari, the Director General of Sustainable Energy Authority of Sri Lanka, representing the Minister of Power and Renewable Energy of Sri Lanka, for being our chief guest and inaugurating this workshop. And I also would like to welcome all the government officials from different the government ministries, departments and institutes coming here for this workshop. Also, I would like to welcome Assistant Country Director of UNDP, Dr. Vishaka Hidalage, and team from other UN agencies. Then Sri Bhutawati, the Country Director for Asian Development Bank in Sri Lanka. Mr. Wim Van Ness, the Senior Energy Officer, Senior Strategy Officer for Renewable Energy in SNB, Netherlands Development Organization. And also, I would like to welcome the delegates from different countries, including His Excellency Aung Khin Ser from Cambodia, and all the delegates from the countries, including China, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Cambodia, India, Nepal, and Australia. So finally, I welcome you all again, and welcome to this workshop, and have a very fruitful 2 days with this workshop.
This workshop is organized by the Ministry of Power and Energy, Government of Sri Lanka, Asian Development Bank, SNB Netherlands Development Organization, Delegation of the European Union to Sri Lanka and the Maldives, People in Need, United Nations Development Programme, UNDP Sri Lanka, Janata Action Guarantee Limited, and HELPO Sri Lanka. Asia is the Center for Domestic Biogas Development with around 50 million operational units installed. Medium-scale biogas is an option, especially as waste management solution with thousands of installations in facilities such as hotels, textile industries and food processing, factories, public buildings and markets. The objectives of the workshop are to share the Sri Lankans' experience with regard to the progress and challenges facing the domestic and medium-scale biogas innovations or programs. And the next important objective is to present and discuss advanced innovations, including innovative finance mechanism and policy instruments, technical innovations, innovative institutional setup and public-private partnerships, innovative marketing, promotional approaches and tools.
This workshop marks the latest in a series of learning events on biogas development, in an attempt to increase knowledge on technologies, applications, and the innovations financial models to help deploy it on the ground. With nearly 2 billion people in developing Asia and the Pacific having no access to modern fuels, the deployment of biogas solutions is one way to address this widespread energy poverty. Through the ADB's Energy for All initiative, we have increased our capacity and knowledge on energy access. Our investments in energy access has increased. With support from partners in the regions like SNB and others, we have achieved the goal of bringing modern energy to 100 million people between 2009 and 2015. This achievement has given way to a larger goal to be part of global efforts towards achieving universal energy access by 2030, and that we use this opportunity to improve our support for biogas development in Sri Lanka and in the regions. Have a successful workshop.
Living on an island, Sri Lankan people strive for independence and self-sufficiency. Sustainable energy and agriculture, including biodigesters, undoubtedly is and will become part of this. Asia is the cradle of biogas development in the world, in particular China and India. Production of biogas from animal manure and human excreta is one of the possibilities for households to get access to clean and sustainable fuel, especially suitable for cooking. Since 1989, SNV has supported the setup and implementation of biogas programs, and by the end of 2014, these programs have installed over 660,000 biodigesters in 20 different countries in Asia, Africa, and Latin America through a market-based approach. I'm happy to share with you that recently we received exciting news that SNV's biogas practice, out of more than 1,400 applications, has been nominated as one of the finalists for the Zayed Future Energy Prize. By next January 18th, we will know whether we will be one of the winners. But even if not, we are proud of this recognition.
There is the project going on in Sri Lanka, sponsored by the EU Switch Asian program, to promote the biogas sector in Sri Lanka in terms of commercializing it. They make sure that the relevant capacities is needed. There is a gap of the biogas sector is taking up in Sri Lanka. One is the awareness, level of awareness among the stakeholders is less, as you correctly mentioned. So we need much more awareness, and the different partners, the government, the non-public sector is engaged in awareness creation. Secondly, there was a problem about technology know-how and the technical experts. If you want to promote a technology, the technical know-how should be around, and people should have the confidence that if they need kind of after-sales service or maintenance, the technical. So there was a gap in it, and now it's being filled in partnership with different provincial councils and the government. So it's been taken up. But now the banks have started, especially under the EU Switch Asia program. Some of the development banks already started special loan schemes for people, because it's economically viable solution. There is a payback.
I would just like to add on the previous question and on this one as well. What we have seen now in Sri Lanka increasingly is that there's a drive at the provincial level on promoting and disseminating biogas. So in southern, northwestern and eastern province, there have been created already provincial biogas programs at the provincial government level. So I think we hopefully see some development, increasing development in terms of biogas. And waste management, that's something very important for biogas here in Sri Lanka especially. And we have actually Mr. Nalin Manapelma from the Waste Management Authority from Western Province here as one of our colleagues working on biogas.
ඇතම මම හිතන්නේ ඉතාල දෙයක් ප්‍රශ්නයක් ඔබතුමිය අහුවේ. අද ලංකාවේ අපද්‍රව්‍ය ගැටලුව ගැන කියනකොට ඇතම අපද්‍රව්‍ය වලින් 60%ක් ජන වෙන්නේ බස්නාහිර පළාතේ. සමස්ත වශයෙන් ලංකාවේ මෙට්‍රික් ටොන් 7000ක් ජන වෙනකොට බස්නාහිර පළාත 3500ක් මෙට්‍රික් ටන් per day අපි මේ කතා කරන ගෘහස්ථ අපද්‍රව්‍ය ජන වෙනවා. මේ අපද්‍රව්‍ය වල ස්වභාවය දිහා බලනකොට 40%ක් විතර තියෙන ඉන්දුල් අපද්‍රව්‍ය ටික. එනිසා අත් වශයෙන්ම අපද්‍රව්‍ය කළමනාකරන අධිකාරිය පළාතේ මේට වාක්‍යන ආයතනයක් හැටියට අපි බස්නාහිර පළාතට අපද්‍රව්‍ය කළමනාකරණය සම්බන්ධයෙන් මාස්ටර් ප්ලෑන් එකක් 5 action plan එකක් හදලා තියෙනවා. එතකොට අද අපද්‍රව්‍ය කළමනාකරණය දිහා බලුවාම ජනන අපද්‍රව්‍ය වලින් 86%ක්ම යන්නේ ඕපන් ඩම්පින් වලට. තව 6% ප්‍රමාණයක් කොම්පෝස්ටිං කරනවා සුළු වශයෙන් බයෝගෑස් වලින්. තව 7% ප්‍රමාණයක් රීසයිකල් වෙනවා. ඇත්ත මේ தත්ත්වය වෙනස් විය යුතුයි. ඒ නිසා අපද්‍රව්‍ය කළමනාකරන අධිකාරිය මාස්ටර් ප්ලෑන් එකක් හදලා තියෙනවා. 2020 වෙනකොට අපේ අපද්‍රව්‍ය වලින් කොම්පෝස්ට් කරණය 12% දක්වා වැඩි දියුණු කරන්නත්, රීසයික්ලින් 12% දක්වා වැඩි දියුණු කරන්නත්, අපද්‍රව්‍ය වලින් 47%ක් 50%ක් විතර waste to energy වලට යොමු කරන්න. මෙතන පැහැදිලි කිරීමක් කරනකොට මොකද්ද මේ waste to energy කියන්නේ? waste to energy කියලා ගත්තාම අපිට පුළුවන් thermochemical conversion to biochemical conversions. කියන්නේ පුච්චලා energy ගැනීම හෝ නැත්නම් අපිට මේ කතා කරන මේ biogas හරහා energy generate කරන එක. ඒ නිසා අපි විශාල ප්‍රවේශයක් අරගෙන තියෙනවා. පළාතක් හැටියට ප්‍රමුඛත්වයක් දීලා තියෙනවා. අපද්‍රව්‍ය වනශක්තිය බවට පත් කර ගැනීමේ ව්‍යාපෘති සඳහා.
I'm not going to talk about the traditional biogas technology because I remember the biogas technology proper start in Sri Lanka way back in the 1970s. But come 1980, we were facing with some of the waste management problems in Sri Lanka, especially the market garbage and some industrial effluent, which are biodegradable in nature. So we have been experimenting this at our center, and we have been able to develop what we call Sri Lanka textile biogas system, which was successfully applied to manage this biodegradable waste from the industry and also markets. And later we expand this into the liquid waste management, and it was successfully experimented for a couple of years, especially in the desiccated coconut industry, and we have got very excellent results. And I am happy that there are a couple of gentlemen who are already doing these technologies in the audience today, and they have come out with some novel ideas to introduce into this technology. So actually now I am representing the Sustainable Consumption and Production National Policy Support Component coming under South Asia Project. So we are also looking at this technology as one of the mitigation options for our waste management area.
So the topic given was innovative approaches. I will just try to highlight few of the things that are possible and probably open up your minds to the opportunities. Probably most of you are maybe in one particular scale of biogas technology using, but please notice that the opportunities exist in multiple ways. If you are sometimes a development supporter, maybe a switching scale from the current operation to a different scale may be necessary to get the best out of biogas. We know this, so this kind of embodies the biogas in its entirety because it's a triple benefit technology. I will just say at the last point, it uses waste as a raw material, it gives you energy, and once the digestion process has completed, it gives you a soil conditioner. And we have been looking at biofuel. If you can click on this, please. Right. So this is the vehicle fuel that we are trying. And moving from household systems to an institutional system, this is what we did. So taking the reactor up above ground and getting into a waste mix system, and then we were driving the vehicle with biogas after stripping it from carbon dioxide out and getting only the methane. So world is running out of natural gas. Maybe you may have it for like 100 years more, but the point is we have biogas forever as long as we live and the systems are functioning. And with the biogas, we can then strip out the carbon dioxide, and then we have your CH4, which is synthetic natural gas. And so then it can be a vehicle fuel. So you have these options. So developing, we can leapfrog in some sense by getting the biogas systems, if we execute it well, to get the attention of the people and policymakers' attention so that actually they go and invest in this system. What we lack is the policy direction in getting some of these ideas across. So because biogas from thermal, electricity to vehicle fuel, all options are available. And it is CH4, right? Once the CO2 is stripped, and CO2 can be used separately. That is biocarbon dioxide in a sense, right? So you never lose anything. You can use every aspect, every part of it. This is what Dilhani showed. We are perhaps having the first grid connected electricity. It's a very good development because people do not understand that the biogas is a dispatchable system. Most of the time in non-renewable energy systems, people talk about non-dispatchable as renewables. But biogas is not in that category, it's a dispatchable system, right? And we just don't understand the potential of biogas. That's why we scaled up the system, and you can have regional grids and so on, smart grids coming.
So let me give an outline of what I'm going to speak. So we will see like what is our focus and the goals, the objectives, and what model that we propose, and the challenges that we have been facing and that we foresee, the challenges that might come, and some recommendations. So our focus is basically biogas. That why we want biogas is it's a solution for solid waste management in Sri Lanka context, because local authorities in Sri Lanka like spending a high amount of money in waste management. Also, it's very labor intensive. And waste disposal in hotels, farms, and households has become an issue. Open dumping is practiced, so lots of environmental issues that we face. The objective of this project is, the aim is to create an enabling environment for large-scale dissemination of biogas as a reliable source of clean energy for SMEs and households.